Welcome, I'm Morrey Thomas, publisher of the News and Press in Darlington. Today I'm joined by Darlington County Sheriff candidate Tony Chavis. Welcome, Mr. Chavis.
Welcome, Morrey.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Chavis, you face Democratic incumbent Sheriff Wayne Byrd in the June 14th primary. Mr. Chavis, please tell us about yourself, your qualifications, and your visions for Darlington County if you're elected sheriff.
Well, Morrey, I've got 28 years in law enforcement. I live in Hartsville with my wife Denise and my young son Jackson. Together, her and I have 3 children together, and I have 2 from a previous marriage. I've been in Darlington since May of '91 when I returned back from Iraq Operation Desert Storm with the United States Marine Corps Reserve. I've come through the ranks here in Darlington from corporal to sergeant, first sergeant, all the way up to my last position with the Highway Patrol as lieutenant and executive officer over Post A and Post B, which includes Darlington, Marlboro, Florence, Marion, and Dillon counties. I've been here raising my family, again, since '91. This is my home. I wasn't born here. I was originally born over in Marlboro County in a little community called Chavis town. But this is where I have made it my home and intend to raise my children. And like I said, my 9-year-old is in the 3rd grade, goes into 4th grade next year, and we will continue to be here in Darlington County. My leadership that I've earned with the Highway Patrol prepares me for this step with the Sheriff's Department. I've had numerous classes and instruction on leadership and management with the Highway Patrol. I've had NCO courses and stuff with the United States Marine Corps Reserve. These and other things that have prepared me, my life experiences in law enforcement and in the military, have prepared me for the position of Sheriff of Darlington County if I need to be. My future forecast for the Darlington County Sheriff's Department is to bring it back to the people. I'm all about community policing and having a Sheriff's Department that answers to the citizens of Darlington County. I will make sure that the men and women at the Darlington County Sheriff's Department are properly trained and that they understand that they are here to serve and protect the citizens of Darlington County.
Excellent. Mr. Chavis, Darlington County is facing yet another tight budget year. We've seen several of those. Many county employees, including your potential deputies, get paid less than in similar jobs throughout the industry and in comparable counties. How can the Sheriff's Department, with you at the helm, maintain a roster of qualified officers that we need out on the street to fulfill the duties and protect our citizens?
Well, it starts with leadership. Leadership. Giving them a leader that will work with them and for them to ensure that they have exactly what they need to do their jobs safely and in a timely manner. Having coming from the Department of Public Safety, Highway Patrol, we have had many years without pay raises, tight budgets, and sometimes we didn't get cars when we knew we needed cars, or didn't get the amount of cars that we needed. You just have to make sure that personnel take care of the equipment that we have on hand and make sure that it functions properly and adequately to do their jobs, and tighten the belt. You have to make cuts where cuts are needed. If you don't need to order 20 cars where only 7 can get the mission accomplished, and you only order 7. You don't need to get the most at all times. You just get what you need to make sure that you can accomplish the mission and protect this, which is protecting the citizens of Darlington County.
Excellent. Sounds like you're used to limited or constrained budgets.
Yes, sir.
The Highway Patrol, I'm sure you dealt with that in your position of leadership. You dealt with that for years with them.
Many years we didn't get pay raises for. I mean, years upon years. And so, you have to make sure that you budget your stuff at the house as well as you do at the office. You put yourself on a budget. So instead of going on 2 vacations or 3 vacations this year, you might only can go 1, or you might have to just stay home. So you have to manage your budget.
Understood. Mr. Chavis, the South Carolina Department of Corrections has repeatedly urged the Darlington County Correction Center to hire more guards for the detention center. Now, this will bring the detention center into compliance, which it is not at this point. How would you, as sheriff, work towards bringing that into compliance to meet the regulations that are mandated by PREA?
Well, Morrey, it's good that you brought it up, because for years, and we ain't talking about just one or two, we're talking for years, our current administration, which is the Sheriff's Department, manages our jail. And we have been out of compliance with PREA for some time now. As when I take office, one of the first goals that I will have in place is to ensure that we hire the number of personnel we need at that detention center to bring us in compliance. Why should we, as a law enforcement agency, be out of compliance with any law or act that's on the books? We need to make sure that we hire good men and women that are capable of doing the job and taking care of those inmates at the Darlington County Detention Center, so that it'll bring us in compliance with PREA. And that'll be one of the first things we try to do within the first 6 months, is to make sure that we have the adequate number of personnel through job fairs, going out and talking with our high schools and making sure that they know that we have these positions open, checking with our technical institution to try to get personnel to come out of those organizations or educational centers and come to us, and working with council to hopefully bring up the salaries. I think they're making a little bit over $12 an hour down there now, to try to bring up their salaries so that we can interest people into taking those jobs that a lot of people don't want to do, because it's taking care of the bad people. And so my goal is to make sure that they're fully staffed and fully funded, so that we can be in compliance with the law.
A proactive approach.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chavis, as you know, Governor Haley signed in June of 2015 a requirement that all South Carolina law enforcement agencies will use body cameras. What is your perspective on the advantages and disadvantages, and how do you feel? What's your stance on body camera usage?
I personally love body cameras. Never have had a body camera myself, but I'm so glad our state Senator Gerald Malloy sponsored that bill. In 1995, Morrey, I received my 1995 Camaro with highway patrol. It had in it an in-car video camera. I love that system and stuff because it showed me the mistakes I made as I was doing my job. A camera system in the car as well as on your body will help you to be safe and keep you in professional manner at any and all times in dealing with the public. It's a great learning tool. If you do your job effectively and in the right way, it's there to help you. If you do your job in a bad way, it'll bring those bad things out to light. I know that the legislation says that, until the money's there, the departments don't have to purchase, cameras. Well, we're going to do everything we can to purchase those systems and put everyone who's in contact with the public on a daily basis with a body-worn camera system, the best that we can get for our money. I think the statute also says that we can apply to DPS for reimbursement of the funds. So I want to ensure the citizens of Darlington County that our personnel will have body cameras. Thank you.
Great. Mr. Chavis, can you explain your plan? And I'm sure you would know why I'm asking you this with events that have happened recently. Your plan for increasing security at the Darlington County Courthouse in light of some recent events and until a new facility can be built.
Okay. Well, we all know what happened just a few weeks ago. We had an inmate escape at the Darlington County Courthouse. First thing I want to do is when we come in is review what the operational procedures that are in place right now. If they're not good and up to par, we're going to scrap them. We're going to put policy and procedure in place for all personnel that are assigned to that courthouse to follow. We'll make sure that they're trained and that they know exactly what they're supposed to do. If it requires us to put in new locking procedures on our courthouse doors and stuff to where someone has to be buzzed out to leave the building, we'll do that. We'll make sure that there are trained and adequately staffed personnel at that courthouse at all times. And so that no incident like what happened here in Darlington a couple of weeks ago ever happens again.
Understood.
Thank you.
Mr. Chavis, what would be your position on enhancing the detention center's inmate road crew, or we used to call it the chain gang? What would your position be on that to help us with the cost of running the county, different things, road cleanup and different things? What's your perspective on using a chain gang of sorts to help us in Darlington?
I'm all for it, Morrey. I am. We'll follow state law that's put out on the usage of our inmates. And the more the merrier is the way I look at it. The more that we can get and that we can provide coverage for to get out here to make our community a lot cleaner, better kept, we'll use it. Because that's a cost reduction that we as taxpayers won't have to foot the bill on. You know, those are things that I want to see. Again, as a child, I saw them in Marlboro County cleaning the ditches. As we worked in the fields, they would be cleaning the ditches. If that's at all possible, we'll have them doing it again in Darlington County. We want to make sure we use every advantage we can that's allowable so that we can cut costs in Darlington County.
Great. Very good.